Hello crafters and welcome back to the ScrapbookPal YouTube channel. My name is Deepa from Designs by Dee, and today I'm sharing this cute critter card featuring the Critter Conversation Hearts stamp, die, and coordinating stencil set by Lawn Fawn. There's also a couple other fun Lawn Fawn products that I've used in this on this card, which makes for gorgeous Valentine's cards. Cute and simple. You can make tons of Valentine's cards with this. So here's the main set. You can see you get 5 critters. I think it's a bear, fox, I think that's a mole, and a rabbit and a deer. You've got all of these little conversation sentiments that you can put in the hearts, and then like larger sentiments for the main portion of your card. There's a coordinating dies, and then there's also a stencil set. So there's 2 stencils here that you can use to add color to those beautiful little critters. Now I'm also going to be using the 2 other sets there, which is the Checkered Hearts Backdrop. This is a landscape version. You can get the portrait version if you want. And then there's also the paper clip set. I think this is a really cool set. It's fun to use with this card, and you can use it with so many other cards if you want to. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to start off by stamping out all 5 of these cute critters. I'm not sure which ones I want to use yet, and I want to show you the variation and stenciling all 5 of them. So I'm going to stamp them out using my Altenew stamp wheel. Now, this stamp wheel is the older one. I don't have the 2.0 yet, but I think I've linked that in the description below. So if you are looking for that, it's available in the ScrapbookPal store. I love this platform. Perfect for stamping these guys out. I did use Memento Tuxedo Black. You do not have to because we are stenciling. If you are doing Copic coloring, then that's recommended. Now, I know there is another video on the ScrapbookPal channel that goes over Copic coloring with this. So if you're more inclined to coloring, then you could check that one out. This one is specifically to show you the stencils. Now, you'll notice there's 2 stencils. This first one that I'm using, you can see I'm using the bunny. I'm using a bunch of Pink Fresh Studio inks. They're all linked within the description below. And I'm using a color scheme that uses like bright blues, tealy type colors along with pinks and reds and a bit of peach. And of course we have some browns for our critters. So I'm going to go ahead and stencil all of these guys. That first stencil I'm using with the bunny, you'll notice that the first 3 images at the top of this are to stencil in the main body of the bunny, the ears, and then the heart. Then you've also got the otter, no, not the otter, sorry, it's a mole. So again, same thing. You've got the actual mole, you've got the mouth of the mole in the hands, and then you've got a little section there which does the nose. It's just kind of sticking up right above the center image. So don't forget that little guy there. And then you've got the main heart. Same thing with the bottom set with the teddy bear. You got the main portion of the teddy bear, the nose of the teddy bear, and then the heart. So that one's pretty simple. There's only 3 images to stencil in: the bunny, the teddy bear, and the mole. Now when it comes to the fox and the reindeer, or the deer, we have the second stencil whereby I think the fox uses 4 images and the reindeer or the deer uses 5. And they all just basically, if you look at them, you can see the outline, which goes with which is really easy to figure out. And it's just a matter of figuring out which colors you want to go with what. I tried to keep the, like for example, the V section above the nose of the fox darker, and then the inner portion with the eyes lighter, because that's usually how they look. You don't have to stick with how it usually looks. You can do whatever you want. And then the same thing with the deer, same idea, lighter in the face section and darker in the head section. Kept the antlers a lighter color. You could always maybe heat emboss those, add some stickles or something to that to give it some shine. Do whatever you want with it. I kept it simple here for the sake of this video. I just did a bunch of ink blending. As I mentioned, I'm using a lot of Pink Fresh Studio inks. I've got Peach Fuzz, I've got Doe, a little bit of Gathered Twigs on the deer, and some Warm Buff for all of my browns. I'm using Candied Apple for the red, and then for the tealy colors, I've got Waterfall. I don't think I used turquoise, but that's a good color to use. And then I used a bit of the Atlantis for the bluey color. And then you'll notice on a couple of these critters, I actually did 2 tones for the hearts. So I did on the fox a Peach Fuzz with some red. And then on the deer, I did the ballet slipper along with the, I think I used a waterfall on that one. So you get like I think the two-tone hearts are actually they're the best looking ones, but I mean, to each their own. So we don't need to worry about getting ink on the edge of our cardstock. We are going to die cut these out, so don't worry too much about that. I did use at one point a little bit of extra piece of cardstock there to color in I think the blue on one of these guys, I think on the heart of the mole, to make sure it didn't run on into the other stenciled area. If you want, you can always use a post-it note or something like that to help kind of cover up any open areas on the stencil that you don't want to kind of over brush with your blending brush, because they are kind of close together. And these are the cute little critters you end up with. Super duper cute. I'm going to go ahead and grab my dies, and I'm just going to line these up. You know, nothing too complicated about this. We have the 5 dies for the 5 critters, and then this one does not cut out the hearts or the sentiments, so keep that in mind. I think there are other sets that coordinate if you want to do that. Now I'm just going ahead and I'm using my Spellbinders, the smaller die cutting machine, to cut out these guys. I don't normally do a lot of die cutting on screen, so I thought I'd just do a little bit for you here. And you can see they cut out so nicely. They just pop out of the dies there. So these are our 5 little guys. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some of the sentiments. And the sentiments are always the cutest. There's so many punny sentiments, like I like to call them. Funny, they're funny too, but I call them punny because they are puns. We've got the hey honey, berry much. These are good for the bear. Honey bunny for the bunny. Wink wink I used on the mole because he is winking. Hey foxy I put on the fox. And then there's generic ones like be mine, love you, you're cute, text me. There's so many to choose from here. You could do whatever you want with them. I did plan to actually make small Valentine cards that, you know, maybe my kids could give out in school. This is a great idea because you just have one little critter you could put on tiny little cards and they could just give those all out. Just mass produce those and that'd be great. You can see here I'm cutting out the paper clips die set, and those are so cool. You don't even really need to stick them down. I like the fact that you can kind of just use them as like a paper clip and just kind of stick them onto any little note or thing that you want to add to your card. You can add it to that small Valentine, maybe clip on a sentiment. It looks really cool. I think it's a fun idea, the paper clips, and I love that you could use them for Valentine's cards or anything, any types of cards. So I've gone ahead and cut out the checkered heart backdrop here. Keep in mind you get the die cut, but then you also get all those little hearts. You can keep those hearts and use them as confetti, and I'm showing you I've cut out all of those little paper clips, and you can see you also get some extra hearts from those cutouts too, from the centers that are the negative pieces. So you can keep all of those and use them on this cards, future cards. I love to keep all of those in like a little container or something that I can use in future projects. Now I'm going to go ahead and stamp out these sentiments. I've taken all of the larger sentiments here and I've kind of lined them up on a piece of, I think this cardstock, it mimics the warm buff. It's like a peachy color, but it's got a hint of like a light brown in it. So I've gone ahead and I've stamped all of those out using VersaFine Clear Nocturne ink. I like to use this ink for sentiments because I only really have to stamp it once and it's perfect. I've gone ahead and cut those out into little strips here. And now we can kind of go ahead and put our card together. I've got a A4 size card base here, 5.5 by 4.25. And I've got some vibrant red cardstock. This is beautiful red cardstock. So it just pops, right? Especially on top of that, that blue. I'm going to apologize for my video here. I tried to fix this, but the cardstock here is appearing a bit more green than it actually is. It's looking more like a seafoam green when it's actually more of like a light blue, and you'll notice the correction in the color in the pictures at the beginning and end of this video. So this is how it ended up turning out. I love that you can see the red from the hearts through that checkered backdrop. It's so pretty. And now I'm just going to go ahead and grab 3 of these little critters. So I have 2 extra. I could probably use that for a separate card. Now I did stick down that checkered backdrop. I have to remember I have to lift up the edges just a little bit so I can stick these paper clips onto the cardstock there. And I'm just using a bunch of them. I really love them. It might be overkill. You might think it's overkill. I think it's cool. That's the whole reason why I kind of put the paper kind of overlapping in like a whimsical fashion, so that I could stick these paper clips in, which are super duper cool. I love the hearts. I love the like the heart and the oval type paper clip. The one that says hello is really cute. There's a normal paper clip there you see, I'm just kind of sticking at the bottom, and then I think I'm going to grab the other heart and put it in the opposite way of the first one. So the first one's showing the middle heart, and then this one is going to show the bigger heart. So you can see that, even with the one heart paper clip, you can get different looks based on how you want to put it on the paper to look like a paper clip. Now I'm grabbing a simple sentiment here. I'm just going to do Happy Valentine's Day. You could do Happy Galentine's Day. You could do Galentine's Day. You could do Happy Heart Day. You could do just the I love you. There's so many variations of the sentiment that you could use, and that's just the variety that Lawn Fawn gives you with all of their sets, which I love. So I did actually stick down those paper clips. You could actually leave them, so you could, maybe your recipient can play around with them or use them on something else if they wanted to. You don't have to glue those down because it does kind of fit in there pretty well. I did glue them down for the sake of this card, but like I said, it's up to you. Now I'm just going to go ahead and adhere the sentiment pieces and the 3 critters I have on here using some of the smaller foam squares that ScrapbookPal has. Now this set has some larger squares, which would probably have been better for the critters, but I've run out of them in the package that I have, so I'm just using the small ones. But the package for these adhesive squares comes with the small set, like a page of the small ones and a page of the larger ones, which tends to last quite a while. Although I do need to grab some more. So always stay tuned for the ScrapbookPal adhesive sales. I think they just had one. I'm not sure if it's still going on, but I always like to stock up during those sales. So there are the little hearts that I mentioned were the negative pieces from some of the paper clips and from the backdrop. I'm just going to glue a bit of these on for a bit of interest, and that pretty much finishes up my card. Now you'll see in this video it has more of a blue tone to the backdrop, and I hope you've enjoyed this video for today, have been inspired to create something similar. Don't forget to check out the ScrapbookPal store. Everything I've used is linked in the description below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye.